Could move-to-earn NFT game Stepn avoid the pitfalls of Axie Infinity? It's critical to perceive Stepn's spearheading job in the arising move-to-procure field, similarly as it's significant the organization continues to adjust. About the creator. Charge Xing is head of monetary items at crypto subsidiaries exchanging stage Bybit. Stepn is on a huge run for this present year, in the event that you'll exonerate the quip. The application that rewards clients with crypto tokens for strolling, running, or running has introduced another kind of game called Move to Procure. The game's utility symbolic green Satoshi, GST, and administration token Stepn, GMT, can be exchanged for Solana's local token, SOL, or the USDC stablecoin. Early adopters of the game were quick to share their tomfoolery and brag about their benefits, with some professing to acquire $200 each day by practicing outside. The cost of GST began climbing March. You can't yet acquire GMT through the application, in the midst of the principal wave of Stepn publicity, and topped at around $8 in late April prior to crashing alongside the remainder of crypto market. The cost fell endless supply of Stepn impeding clients in China, and is as of now exchanging around 18 cents, a 97% drop from its April 28 high. In the meantime, a glance at the tokenomics of Stepn uncovers that, as most play-to-procure P2E games, it takes on a repeating structure, first poking clients to acquire in quite a while, then pushing them to spend more to pile up more later on. New Stepn players should initially put resources into NFT shoes, and are then urged to procure in-game tokens that permit them to mint more tennis shoe NFTs, which they can lease or sell on auxiliary business sectors, etc. Previously, these frameworks have ended up being impractical. On the off chance that no new outside capital is infused into the undertaking, the cycle will ultimately create a reducing token cost, and the inability to draw in new clients to carry on the cycle. Doubters of these ventures could utilize a less magnanimous depiction, Ponzi conspire. However, calling Stepn a Ponzi, which portrays an intentional venture extortion, would be untimely and shameful to the group behind it. Many new undertakings carry out a Ponzi-like design in their beginning stages to bootstrap development. It's what they do after this bootstrapping stage that ought to illuminate our last judgment. For the time being, it's essential to perceive Stepn's spearheading job in the arising move-to-procure field where undertakings are flawlessly connecting this present reality to the virtual one, utilizing Web3 mechanics to drive clients from their PC screens and out into this present reality. Stepn is empowering us to head outside and take on a better way of life. Future developments inside this space will expand on this thought and follow a comparative way of incorporating this present reality into the Web3 space. Concerning how Stepn could act in the long haul, it merits taking a gander at P2E projects like Axie Infinity, which utilizes a comparative kind of symbolic design. Axie Infinity rose to distinction in 2021 and crested at around 6.6 million clients. Because of the huge number of players and its limitless mint of in-game tokens, the game's consuming mechanics demonstrated lacking. Axie made a massive stockpile of tokens that, joined with a progressive decrease popular, set off a descending twisting. The historical backdrop of Axie recommends that a manageable move-to-procure model will require consistent updates to keep the action fun and drawing in, and to draw in a consistent inflow of new clients. Offering a reasonable profit from the time and cash clients contribute will likewise add to enduring interest. The aftereffect is that Stepn's group should focus on the undertaking's tokenomics and guarantee that the symbolics cost stays significant. Stepn likewise should guarantee that the time it takes for another client to make back the initial investment isn't excessively lengthy. There are signs Stepn grasps these difficulties. As our examiners have noticed, the organization is changing the expected GST for each shoe printing because of the fluctuating GST token cost. It likewise added limitations, for example, a 48-hour cooling period and least level of the parent shoe NFT prior to having the option to mint new shoes. In the meantime, Stepn presently can't seem to drive into marking, which would assist with supporting a sensible value for its GMT token. This all tells an acceptable planning on the best way to make the game manageable long haul. In any case, the group will have a hard errand staying aware of its growing client base by guaranteeing the game gives a tomfoolery and compensating experience. For the present, it's hazy Stepn will actually want to do this. There is a gamble the venture experiences something that influences the ongoing harvest of P2E designers, specifically a capacity to completely grasp the customer conduct and needs of real gamers. They have been focusing on financial backers and individuals keen on bringing in cash, and not genuine clients who will stay with and support the game long haul. Generally, it's still early days for Move to Procure. Stepn has opportunity and energy to adjust and keep away from a large number of the traps of Axie and the P2E world. Be that as it may, to succeed, the group would be advised to run, not walk.